Jones Live with Doni Jones and Marty McFly.
It's time to tune in and grab a seat. Food for thought, you in for a treat. Hot topics, knowledge being spread. It's like warm butter across the bread. Smooth, I know you like that. Flow with the grain and don't fight that. You want righteous love, you found the right match. With Marty McFly, they on the right track. Yeah, gotta dig the dirt to plant the seed. Spread roots till you sprout like a tree. Doni Jones, she the one you wanna see. Doni Jones Live, this is where you wanna be. It's Doni Jones Live, Doni Jones Live. It's Doni Jones Live, Doni Jones Live. It's Doni Jones Live, Doni Jones Live.
Hey, welcome to Doni Jones Live. I am Donnie the Tree Lady.
And I am that guy, Marty McFly. Donnie, something's in your teeth. Is that
You know what? You got jokes.
Anyway, it's a wonderful day in the neighborhood. We are here at this beautiful place that I kind of keep things close to my chest. I'm a pastor of a church, and I do.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't tell everybody about that yet.
Yeah.
But and I do production and everything. But one thing
right.
that people don't know that I have fallen in love with.
You've got a hobby.
Yeah, lifestyle change.
A lifestyle. There you go.
Bowling.
Yes.
And me and my wife, we decided we wanted to do something for the family. To kind of, do something together. And we came to this place, Southern Lanes Bowling Alley, and for some reason, I don't know what it was, but the bug bit me.
Yes.
And we fell in love with it.
And let me tell you something. He's not joking, because when we're not on the air, aside from church and aside from production, all he talks about is bowling. So
and cussing people out too. But bowling has really kind of changed my life. So I wanted us to come here to my home away from home, to Southern Lanes Bowling Alley out here in Douglasville, Georgia, and I wanted to talk to the owner of this wonderful place, Mr. Randy Hicks. Now, he is a professional bowler, okay?
Yes.
Now, come on now.
No, professional.
So he can make that ball go, and then it looks like it's rolling backwards, but it's really going forward, like on TV.
All that, but the cool thing is, I learned that that's the wrong way to bowl too. But
really?
he's gonna tell us all about that too. But welcome to the show, Mr. Randy Hicks.
Thank you, Marty, and
Donnie
the Tree Lady.
That's right. That's how people remember me. Just go Tree Lady.
I just learned a lot about you in a small amount of time. But one thing that I've become and I've gotten very good at is reading people.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And something sets you apart to start with, and that you telling me that you're a pastor. Mm-hmm. Also, it comes before you.
Oh wow!
So you don't have to really proclaim some things that people can tell. If you're equally yoked, sometimes I'm a devout Christian also.
Oh good.
And I'll let a couple of non-strike words come out every now and then.
Trust me, I let a lot of them come out, especially when I'm bowling.
That's our kind of people.
But I'm not perfect, even though I strive to do right.
Oh yeah.
So, but man, welcome. And you're right. Bowling is a community.
Yeah.
And it is a place where you can have family outside the home. And what I like to think about this place in Southern Lanes is I wanted to create a place that hey, I'm a big believer in the golden rule. So I strive to do that in everything in my life. So I want to create a bowling place that I would want to come to. So it almost ties together. So.
Yes. And one thing that I love about Southern Lanes, and I didn't know this until I started getting into bowling, but there's a big difference between corporate-owned bowling alleys and, just people that love to bowl, and you can tell that the owner of it is a bowler. Because what tends to happen is, I've been to some of the other ones where they're like, you got 1 hour to bowl for,
more corporate,
and it's not even a warm feeling. It's like they're trying to push you out.
Yeah.
Here, one thing that I appreciate about Southern Lanes is you see youth leagues, you see senior leagues, and then a lot of times they open it up for, I would say sometimes special needs, people. That was the league I was trying to get in.
That was what
I was trying to get into the special league, But
I'm in the youth league. That's for the people 18 to 25. Is that what you mean?
One thing for me,
I know.
this is real radio.
Okay, all right.
We're gonna adjust a few things in a hot second.
Exactly.
But, one of the things that I appreciated about bowling is, I wish I'd have learned it younger, when I was a little bit younger, because it kind of teaches you about patience.
Yeah.
And it teaches you about, in a sense, kind of like golf.
Yeah.
There's no defense in bowling.
Yeah.
Well,
why don't we let Randy tell us something about bowling?
Let him get. He's leading into it. He's doing good. He's leading.
Once you learn more about it, there's a little defense and stuff like that. But it's more about you being able to control your mind and your reputation, reps and everything. But Randy, I'm throwing it over to you now, okay?
Yes.
So what are some things that people may not understand about bowling, or some things that they may just not really understand?
Well, the biggest thing is you got to challenge yourself and have fun, and be patient. And realize that you're not going to be a PBA member overnight. But what bowling does, and what a lot of people don't know about bowling's like the number 1 or number 2 single participation sport in America.
I did not know that.
It runs right with golf.
Okay.
So a lot of people do it, and you can compete on all levels. But what's fun and what you've probably learned is that, hey, you can get out there and you can, Marty, even though Marty may average 170, he may bowl with Randy that I average maybe 220 or above 220. But we're equal. We're on an equal playing field.
Than I am.
Well, we're both on an equal playing field because there's handicap that that determines over a period of time. So everything's equal, and it's who's doing the best that day for that's beating their own game that day.
Now, how did you get into bowling?
My parents were both bowlers, and we started. I got to go, and I got to bowl in the little youth leagues when I was younger, and it was. My dad was a pretty accomplished bowler. My brother's a bowler. My mother loved bowling. Her last game before she passed away was a 200 game. She was in her late 50s, 60s.
And that's a challenge. 200 is for me. That's really hard.
Yeah, it's a plateau number. That's what they base everything on in bowling. So you're either plus 200 or or right there.
Is there anything below 100? Because that would be me. There really is. Okay.
Well, it's all about how you play. Right. My wife, and she's off camera, but she started out and she didn't average 100 for a long time.
Yeah.
She got a little better over time. We took her to Biloxi, and we went. There was a tournament that weekend, and the ladies were short a bowler, and Dusty was having fun. She had her stuff with her, and they said, "Why don't you bowl with us?" So she bowled, and Dusty ended up shooting 140 every game, about 140 every game, and she ended up cashing in the top 10 in the tournament.
Oh, wow.
So, she did really good, what I say, it's for everybody.
Yeah.
So there's something for everybody.
It's amazing for, like my wife, me and her both kind of came in and just wanted to.
You guys work hard at it, and I love that.
Well, it was a reason for us to get out the house. Yeah. We don't live that far, and then we got a discount because once you started being part of a league, you get a discount to come in and practice.
You're part of a league also?
Yeah, but
he's big time.
He's
not telling
you. No, seriously, I'm thinking you just go bowl a lot. I'm like. Every weekend or your evening or whenever, it's like you always have something to say about
those times where you call and I don't answer. I am usually.
You know what I honestly thought whenever I don't answer? I kid you not. I thought you were in prayer, or that you were doing something in ministry.
But I'm saying some different things. I'm saying, God,
or that you were at the senior facility. But you're bowling. Okay.
Yes, but but for me and my wife, because I can't do church all the time,
right.
And I can't do production all the time, and it was something that we needed to do together.
Yeah.
And at the time I wasn't that good, she wasn't that good, so we said, you know what? For family time, let's just come and bowl.
That's awesome.
And what it did for us is we actually, when we first started, we got into a summer league just to try it out, and then we got into like 2 different leagues. But what it showed was bowling was like a family, because the people that we meet here in the league, now it's like, oh, I know Ben, and I know Zach, and I know him, and it feels good. It's almost like the old show Cheers, where everybody knows your name, and we come in and it became a family type situation.
Well, see, that's what I like about horseback riding. So, are you going to come with me?
No.
No.
those things throw you off.
Yeah, I try to get Marty to come do some of the fun stuff that I like doing, but he doesn't ever want to come.
Like you wanted to go snorkeling and go.
No, scuba diving. I want you to go scuba diving with me.
Time out. Any place you got to bring your own oxygen. I don't need to go. I'm just, if I got to bring my own, pack my own air.
Yeah.
I don't think that's the place I need to go to.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
But you know what? I will challenge you and your family to come bowling.
Okay. You know what? I will take you up on that because now that Kylie's at college.
Okay.
And Megan's getting ready to go to college. It's just going to be me and Morgan. So,
But one thing I want to ask about, Randy, because this is also a thing about entrepreneurs, and people are doing great things in the community. You became the owner, and I think it's you and 2 other partners came in together. What inspired you to actually purchase a bowling alley?
Wow, man, that's how much time we got? Actually, the previous owner, his name was Mahmoud Nabulsi. He, in 2005, somewhere right around there, he purchased the place, and I become good friends with him because I'm like you. If I wasn't somewhere, if I wasn't at a bowling alley, my wife wanted to know where I was. What's wrong, So, but I was hanging around here, and I got to be good friends with him. And we were walking around here one day, and he said, Randy, I'm not going to do this forever. And he said, one day I'm going to throw you the keys to this place.
Wow.
And this was in this bowling, it was back in that corner. I said, no way, how am I going on a bowling alley? I'm just a lineman. I'm a power lineman by trade. I've been in the line work industry for 30 something years.
A lot of guys that are in the tree service.
Actually, I'm well familiar with what you do. So, and I got some questions offset.
Okay, pretty awesome.
But anyway, it come 2014 or 2016. I was home from work a little while, and he said, I'm ready to get out of it. My health's not as good. And anyway, it's a long story, but anyway, I checked into it, and I did find a way, and I run across God put me with the right people.
Yes.
We'll put it like that. And Deborah come along, and Brandon come with her, and she wanted to know, how she could be involved too. And I said, say, if you got assets, we're in. You got assets, we're in. But we got a good situation because she's more or less the CFO. We let her stay in her lane. She handles money, licenses, make sure everything's in line on that, and then I handle everything, anybody coming in and out of the door and how the lanes are from the pins back, back up this way. Anything bowling, get people in the door, talking on the radio, stuff like that. All that's
you're the public face of the company.
The day-to-day operation. And sometimes with me, I got to be like the money operation in our business because like right now we got to pay some bills and do the money stuff.
That's
so
right.
we're going to take a quick commercial break. Right now you're listening to Doni Jones Live with Doni Jones, the certified artist.
And Marty, the certified pastor.
Okay, for right now. We'll be right back.
It's Doni Jones Live, Doni Jones Live. It's Doni Jones Live, Doni Jones Live. It's Doni Jones Live, Doni Jones Live.
Now when the weather starts to change, the rents start to fall, who you gonna call?
Don's Tree Service.
If it's looking kinda weak and it's looking kinda bleak, who a tree specialist call?
Don's Tree Service.
Trees in your yard are just too tall, who you gonna call?
Don's Tree Service.
Hey everybody, it's me, Wanda Smith, and I'm here with some great information. I don't know if you know, but it's hurricane season, and it's a great time for you to think about having trees removed before one fall on your home. That's something you don't want to happen. Listen, I called Don's Tree Service on a Monday. They were here in just a few days. The price was right, the staff was right, and I'm happy with everything they've done. So hey, if I were you, I would sit down with my family and talk about having trees removed before the hurricane comes and hit your home.
If you want more information about your trees, call Don's Tree Service, 770-413-8733. That's 770-413-TREE.
Question. Have you ever thought about where you're at in the Bible? The Bible is broken down in different parts. You got the Old Testament, the prophets, you got the Gospels, and then you have the letters from Paul. Where are you at in the Bible? Are you in the garden where you're still trying to figure life out? Or do you feel like you're in that 400 years of silence, not hearing from God at all? Where are you at in the Bible? I'd love to talk about it with you at St. Mark Lutheran Church. Yep, this Sunday at 11 a.m. We are in person, and I would love to worship with you. And we start at 11 a.m. We're located at 4137 Washington Road in East Point, Georgia. Now, if you're not in the Atlanta area, you can always log on to stmarklutheranchurch.org and be a part of any of our online services. That's stmarklutheranchurch.org.
Hey, this is Doni the Tree Lady, owner of Don's Tree Service. And as a small business owner, I get asked all the time, how did you do it? Now, for those of you that don't know, I basically started a tree service with $43 and a dream right here in beautiful Atlanta, Georgia. Now, during my journey, I've definitely been blessed to see the mountaintop, but I've also been in some rough valleys. And in my book, From Failure to Fabulous, I share my experience. My book really is a real woman's journey to building a happy, healthy, and successful life. But I gotta be honest with you, I read self-help books and I listened to audio programs about success, and I was still having difficulty achieving success in my life until I really got a hold of certain principles that made a difference. In my book, From Failure to Fabulous, I get very real and raw about what I did to build my company, my family, and my life. So please go check out my book, From Failure to Fabulous, on Amazon, or you can go to my website, www.DoniJonesLive.com.
It's Doni Jones Live, Doni Jones Live. It's Doni Jones Live, Doni Jones Live. It's Doni Jones Live, Doni Jones Live.
Welcome back to Doni Jones Live. I am Doni the Tree Lady.
Well, you know what? I thought you was going to...
I was getting ready, I know, I was like,
she looked at me like you was supposed to say
saying-
my name. You know, like I am.
I was confused.
Yeah, me too.
I'm not even.
Yeah, well,
I think something's in that salad.
Doni Jones Live, Marty McFly here with Randy Hicks at Southern Lanes
Yes.
Bowling Alley out here in beautiful Douglasville.
And I want to go bowling now.
Yes,
I really do.
You know, bowling has been around for centuries. Even the Egyptians was bowling. Seriously, no, and they were actually using skulls.
My daughter makes up stuff, and she is so confident about it. I believe her.
I'm not making this up. I'm serious.
Okay,
you know,
okay.
it's been a long tradition, and people have used this. And seriously, they found skulls that they were used as bowling balls and different pins and stuff. This
Okay.
is ancient times, but it has been going on ever since then. And since then, the bowling game has changed and evolved because, like, you know, you used to think you could just throw a ball down there and the lanes don't matter, but it's so much more intricate. Like the bowling balls have these cores that make them turn and everything, and it's all about oil patterns now on the lanes, where every lane is the same, you know. But Randy might can explain a little bit more to it, because me being green, I've only been really bowling for 2 years.
I don't think you're green. Only 2 years,
honestly,
really?
Maybe less than that.
I don't. Anyway.
Seriously, because this is the first place. But Randy,
so what are some interesting things that people would be surprised to know about?
I mean, he hit it on a lot. I mean, every ball is not the same. So I do bowl at a pretty good level, a lot of different places, and we bowl in a lot of different patterns. So if you go in my arsenal, I guess, or my bowling ball collection, I guess you'd say, I probably have 20 different bowling balls, but they all do something different. Every one of them does something different. It's whether, you know, depending on the pattern, the length of oil, you know, we put oil out. The lane's 60 foot from the foul line to the deck, so, you know, we usually put out our typical house shot is like 40-something foot, like 40 foot, and then, you know, how we shape the oil on the lane helps the ball curve and get back to the pocket, so it's a big help. But we can play defense with the oil, where the oil don't help you get to the pocket. Since we've been relating a lot of stuff to golf, you take the U.S. Open, they don't want the course to be easy, and they want to make the golfers look bad or make them look normal. You know, people, they're going to have a lot of bogeys, so we'll put the pattern to where you have to be dead accurate, and you don't have a lot of help getting the ball back to the pocket. If you throw it so far out of bounds, no matter whether you're curving or not, that ball's just going to keep going straight into the gutter.
So the oil determines that?
Yes.
Get out of here.
And so then we'll have bowling balls that have a duller surface, and they tend to grip more in the oil. But whereas we get a real shiny ball, it may skid further before we get it hooked.
So is that why the alleys are a little slippery?
That is why the alleys are slippery. That's
Okay.
why we encourage people
It's not light.
don't
It
go
actually
past that line because
Right.
you will bust your tail.
Yeah.
And I've seen
it's
that,
like,
and
it's like
maybe
a-
once or twice it happened to me.
Yeah.
But
Really? I did not. I just learned something.
yeah,
That's interesting.
You know, and it's funny because I used to always think you just grab the ball, a house ball, and
I
just
did.
roll it down. And if I hit it in the straight middle, I was hit a strike, and it's like, no.
So
Yeah,
as a
that's
competitor, how do you know which ball to use?
Experience. It's experience. I mean, a lot of it is knowledge. You know, knowledge of knowing the lane pattern, how long the hole is, and typically I'm gonna grab this set of bowling balls, and then depending on the volume of oil,
Yeah.
you know, it's not just how it's laid out there; it's how much. You know, so if you can lay down flat on the ground, look at the oil on the very outside by the gutters. There's very little or no oil. All right, for about the first 5 boards, and then as you get in and you look at it flat, it domes up in the middle where there's a lot of oil in the middle, none on the outside. As it goes down the lane, it's shaped like a Christmas tree. So if you throw it to the right, it helps it curve back, you know, once it gets to the end of the oil pattern. So it's a big help, but all in all, you still have to do the same thing over and over and over. It's a repetitive thing, so, you know.
Well, repetition is the mother of learning.
Yeah.
So, you know, if I start
Unless
now,
you're
I get better.
repetition doing the wrong thing.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, a lot of things
right.
involved. Hand position,
That's
you know,
true.
where the hole, not just different bowling ball with different things, but where you place them finger holes in that bowling ball make a huge difference.
Okay.
So
I was explaining to them earlier about because they have different cores in
Yeah,
the bowling
different
ball where
cores.
it makes the ball.
well,
So if
we'll
you're
put
a
it like,
beginner
I'll
like
make
me-
this
go
easy.
ahead.
So if you got a bowling ball and you got a heavy side and a light side, and you spin that ball, the whole time the bowling ball is trying to make the heavy side get to the bottom. So gravity's playing a part. So
Yeah.
as you roll the ball down the lane and it's spinning in that oil and everything, that heavy side is trying to get to it. So you can play that to your advantage by that ball's helping your ball flip.
Oh my God.
It's helping it curve. You
I
know,
want
so
to
there's a
come
lot-
watch him play now.
Yeah.
Well, it'll be a little while before I get back.
Oh, that's right. You just had a little
But
something
we
going on
have
there.
plenty of there's some guys here that have really, well, matter of fact, we got one guy, AJ Rice. He's probably the best amateur in the world. That
Wow,
bowls here
right
every
here in
week, every week.
Douglasville.
Yeah,
Wow.
he's probably the best amateur. We have 2 kids that bowl. One girl that bowled in our youth league, she is the best 18 and under girl in the nation. She just
Yeah.
won junior gold. She bowls out of here. And there's a lot of talent.
So how does one get better? Like what makes one bowler better than the other? Is there a certain innate talent? Or is it just the practice repetitive?
You can be gifted. I mean,
Okay.
there's gifted talent. People, you know, athleticism, people that can really curve the ball, speed and
Yeah.
revs, kills.
Yeah.
You know, it's you dominate the game if
Yeah.
you can do that, but you still have to be accurate.
Okay.
You know, so and putting the time in, like Marty and his wife, they come up here and they practice. I mean,
Wow.
they put the time in.
We
and that's-
practice.
I understand it, you guys. This is like real TV, or if you're watching this on YouTube, this is real YouTube video, whatever. I am really surprised. Like literally, I really was like, wow, he talks a lot about bowling, but in my mind, I'm always thinking you're doing production or church.
This
I
is,
didn't
you know-
realize you was really working at getting good at
Yeah,
this.
no, this is a place where, you know, you can, because of everything else I do, this is my
Yes.
relaxation.
Yeah.
You know, because sometimes I'll come in and put on headphones and just
Yeah.
in a whole, it's like a workout in a sense.
Yeah.
You know, that you're just at peace.
Yeah.
You know, especially if I'm practicing by myself.
Yeah.
I'm at peace, you know, and I can just bowl and I can just throw
Yeah.
and I can think about everything else that's going on.
Yeah.
But one thing that I wanted to ask, and I hope I'm not putting it out there too early, but I've noticed there's not a whole lot of facilities that specialize in training with
Yeah.
bowling. You know, I think there's one maybe in Florida or something like that.
Yeah, Kegel Training Center.
Yeah. Was that something that you were thinking about doing here at Southern Lane soon?
Absolutely. It's funny that you brought that up, and I'm wondering if you're digging up information. But
He does his research.
We do have a 12,500 square foot another portion of the bowling center that's not a bowling alley. We have it leased right now. The first 5 years that we owned the place, we didn't want to, we wanted to focus on bowling and making bowling good. So now that the lease is running up over there, I do have plans. We're going to have a mini Kegel, I guess you could say, here. I'll have 6 lanes set up on the other side of the wall at the other end. I guess you guys may can see that.
Yeah.
And it will be 3 different lane surfaces, and I know this is going to be above a lot of people's heads, but we'll use
You're already above my head, so it's
three
okay.
different lane surfaces. We'll have Specto clutch. If you watch PBA on TV and they see the guys throw the ball, and then the camera and everything follows the line exactly where the ball went on the lanes and stuff like that. We'll be able to project all that on the lane. We'll be able to do all that. You'll get all the info back of how fast you threw the ball, what board you laid it down on, what it got out to, the amount of rev you have, the entry angle that it goes into the putt. So just unlimited information we're right here. We're in Atlanta,
right, and understand that there's only like one other place that I can think of that does that.
There's probably 3 in the country. 3 in the country. You have Kegel. You have Ron Hicklin up at CTD creating the difference, and then you had the International Training Center in Texas where the USBC headquarters is.
But they're doing this here in the Douglasville.
In Douglasville.
Well, we like to think it's not just Douglasville. We like to say that it's the center of the world, basically.
Hey.
We're right here at Hartsfield. We're right here at Hartsfield.
Oh, yeah.
Airport. If we can make a difference and we get the right people, it's all on me. So whether I get the right people in here and then we'll be okay.
This is a segment that I have to ask you about in the aspect of ownership, because like Donnie is the owner, I own my company and everything. But you said something that it starts with you.
Yeah. That's one of my biggest
one of the things is I appreciate the employees and the way that the bowling alley is ran, and the I guess the customer service.
That's right.
And it starts with the head.
That's right.
In your experience here, what do you think that you being a leader here, how does that trickle down, and what is something that you
it does. It flows downhill. So every job interview I've ever done here, and I bring people in, the interview has the same saying in it. I said, look guys, or the person that I'm interviewing, and Janine can quote it word for word. Every bowling alley has a parking lot. They all have doors that you walk in. When you walk in, they all got rental shoes, they all got balls, they all got lanes, they all got pins. What's the difference? The people.
The people.
So if you got the people that are, engaging you as you walk in our bowling center, and they should, and if they don't, then I need to know it.
That's right.
Yeah. And we want to know, how are you doing, have a good time, who won the game, come there, walk by, and check on you, make sure you need something, and make you feel like you're somebody while you're here.
That's right.
Yeah.
But that's important, because I do this, he can tell you, we do the same thing in our company. I own a tree service, but I always tell you, there's other companies that have chainsaws, there's other companies that have trucks, they have salespeople, but it is our people that make the difference. That's what sets us apart from other tree services. You can't find people like Abdi or IU, and even though these are guys who are in our company, I'm gonna hurt
Casper.
you. I'm gonna hurt you. I use Jeremy, Dolly, Fatima. But no, we've got a great team of people, and it does make a difference. And I am selective about who we bring on board. And actually, we'd like to talk a little bit more about Southern Lanes when we get back.
Real quick, how can they,
take a break.
If they wanted some more information about Southern Lanes, how can they reach you or get in contact with them?
We have a website at southernlane.com, GA, southernlanega.com. You can hit our website, find out what we got upcoming, a little bit about us. But the best thing to do here is stop by.
Stop by.
Stop by.
Like that.
I'm usually here.
That's right.
So.
We're going to take a quick break. We are here at Southern Lanes Bowling Alley in Douglasville talking to Randy Hicks. You're listening to
It's Doni Jones Live, Doni Jones Live. It's Doni Jones Live, Doni Jones Live. It's Doni Jones Live, Doni Jones Live.